Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to explain a 2022 romance and psychological thriller movie named Deep Water. Warning, spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. In the beginning, we see the main characters of this movie, Melinda and Vic, and they also have a 6-year-old daughter named Trixie. Melinda is a sex addict and she wants to live her life in her own way. That's why he has affairs with many men, and she doesn't care who is thinking what about her, so she does all this in front of Vic. Vic does not like all this, but he pretends that he does not care about all these things. He knows that he cannot do anything in all this. Well, one day, Melinda and Vic have to go to a party, so Vic invites Trixie's babysitter to stay with him, after which Melinda and Vic arrive at their friend's house to party, where Melinda's friend Joe is also there. Both of them are also having an affair and Vic knows this. Mary tells Vic that Melinda had asked her to invite Joe to the party. Mary and Vic's other friends think that Melinda and Joe are not just friends, they are more than that, but Vic avoids all these things. Melinda sings a song for Joe. Later Vic comes to meet Joe, and he tells Joe that some time ago, Melinda used to have a friend, Martin, and he used to roam with Melinda all day long. They were good friends, but he did not like that guy, so he killed him and Melinda does not know anything about it. Vic threats Joe and says that if I see you even near Melinda, I will kill you. Joe is so scared by his words that he leaves the party. But Melinda had seen both of them talking. He feels that Vic has said something to him which made him run away, because after talking to Vic, Joe was talking very strangely. Melinda asks Vic about this, but Vic says that he did not say anything to Joe, but Melinda does not believe him. Vic wants Joe to stay away from Melinda, so he tries to inculcate this in Melinda's mind that Joe is a stupid person, so she should see some good person, but Melinda doesn't care. Joe make him feel good and that is enough for him. Next day Vic meets some of his friends and they think that Melinda is having an affair with Joe, and that's why he threatened Joe. When Melinda comes to know about what is going on, she starts screaming at Vic. Vic says he was just joking. Melinda says she has invited Joe for dinner at home and she asks to apologize to Joe. After this, Joe comes to Melinda's house and Melinda gets into a tussle with Vic over a drink. Melinda wanted Vic to behave like a normal person, and he says that if he was normal, then Joe would not have been in his dinner table. After which Melinda sends Vic to Trixie to sleep. When Vic comes out, Melinda and Joe having fun, Vic goes and drops a plate in the kitchen. Just then Melinda comes there, and asks Vic to get a drink for Joe. Vic then brings a drink for Joe. Joe tells Vic that he should apologize for the lie he told about Martin, but Vic says he didn't lie, he really killed Martin very badly. The next day, Vic and Melinda attend a party where they meet Don and Callie. Don have heard somewhere that Vic has killed Martin, and he also believes in this, but all of them start laughing at Don and says that it was just a joke. Vic then asks Callie for a dance and everyone is quite surprised to see Vic, as he had never seen Vic dancing, and Melinda was getting very jealous seeing him. Melinda tells Vic that Callie is very attractive. The next day there is a football match at Trixie's school. When Vic learns that Melinda has transferred $3,000 from her bank account to a guy named Charlie, then Vic reaches Charlie's music concert, where Melinda is also present. At night, Vic learns from the news that the police have found Martin's body. Melinda comes home late at night, and she tells that she went to dinner with her new friend, but she doesn't remember what they did after that, but whatever he did was awesome. Vic tells Melinda that the police have found Martin's body, which leaves Melinda upset, because Martin was his best friend, and Melinda thinks Vic might have killed Martin. He keeps on telling people that he killed Martin. The next day, Vic arrives at Charlie's show with his friend Grant, and he also meets Charlie. Charlie doesn't know who Vic is. On night, Melinda does not come home, and Vic spends the whole time wondering what Charlie and Melinda must be doing. There is only one thing going on in his mind. The next morning Melinda comes home and they get into an argument. Vic basically wanted to know where she was and what she did, but Melinda doesn't tell him anything. Melinda knew what Vic wanted to know from her, that's why Melinda says if he wants to know what has happened between them, then he should check himself. Vic wanted Melinda to stop meeting Charlie, but she doesn't listen to him. Melinda invites Charlie to her friend's pool party, and then Melinda introduces Charlie to Vic. Charlie thinks that he has seen Vic somewhere, but he does not recognize Vic. At night Vic is looking for Melinda. Mary tells that she has seen Melinda at the top of the stairs. Vic goes upstairs to check when Charlie and Melinda are sneaking out of a room. Vic sees them, and after which they have a pool party. Melinda gets closer to Charlie to make Vic jealous. It starts raining there, and everyone comes in. Melinda sees that Charlie is not inside, and when she comes out looking for Charlie, she sees that Charlie's body is floating on the pool and she screams. After this everyone gets him out, and his head hits the floor, and then Vic gives him CPR, but by then he is already dead. After that the police interrogate everyone. Police think that Charlie's death is due to drowning due to intoxication, but Melinda accuses to Vic that he has killed Charlie, and after which the officer interrogates Vic. The officer asks him whether he thinks his wife and Charlie are having an affair, because his wife is accusing him. And has he really killed Charlie? Vic says he didn't do anything. Vic does not understand why Melinda feels that he has killed Charlie and why is she staying with him. But Melinda thinks that Vic has killed Charlie because of her affair, and she's right. Actually, Vic is the one who killed Charlie. So Melinda hires a detective named David to find out the truth, and he spies on Vic, but Vic gets to know that there is someone who is following him. Well, Callie comes to visit Vic at school. Callie tells Vic that her husband Don thinks he killed Charlie, and he wants to meet Melinda so that he can talk to her about his theory about the accident. Vic invites Kelly and Don to dinner, and then the two arrive for dinner at night. Vic says Don to stop telling people that he killed Charlie, because by this, he is spoiling both his and Callie's reputation. Don asks Vic what he thinks might have killed Charlie. Vic says that he died due to a pool accident. The next day Vic is leaving, when he sees the car that was following him. There are also some cameras in it. When Vic goes inside, Melinda is sitting with David and Melinda reveals that David is a psychotherapist, but Vic becomes suspicious. He asks David for his card, but he does not have the card and Vic understands that he is not a therapist but a detective. Later, it is revealed from Melinda's bank account that someone were hired by Don at the behest of her to spy on him. Then Vic warns Don to stop doing all this. One day, Vic sees a guy going with Melinda, whose name is Tony. At night, Vic overhears Melinda talking to Tony, the two of them talking about moving to Brazil. The next day, Tony comes to Vic's house for lunch. Melinda tells Vic that Tony was the first American with whom she get intimated. Tony feels a little uncomfortable here, but Melinda says he doesn't need to think much. Vic doesn't care about this. The next day, Vic meets Tony again. He says, Melinda has seen a site for the building and she is calling him there, and he also tells that when they were dating, they often went there for hiking. Tony feels a bit awkward and tries to call Melinda, but there is no network, after which Vic reaches the jungle, and Vic kills Tony and drowns his body in the lake and keeps her purse with him. When he reaches home, Trixie tells Vic that they are going for a picnic. Coincidentally, this was the same place where Vic killed Tony. After that they reach for picnic, and Vic tells Melinda that he is the only person who wants to be with her, and then Vic gives a gift to Melinda, in which there are many photos of Melinda, which Vic has clicked and Melinda would not have known about this. Trixie is near the lake when Nick tells her to stay away from the lake. Nick sees that Tony's body is not completely submerged, his clothes and hands are visible outside. After that, those people are coming back when Melinda remembers that she has forgotten her scarf, so she tells him to go back, but Vic says he will come in the morning and take it. After which the next day, Vic comes to that place to hide Tony's body. On the other hand, Melinda comes to the lab looking for Vic and finds Tony's purse in a box, and she understands that Vic has killed Tony. After this, Melinda goes and packs her and Trixie's belongings. But Trixie doesn't want to go, as she wants to stay with his father and mother, so she takes the bag and throws it in the pool. On the other hand, Vic tries to dispose of Tony's body, but then Don comes there and he sees Tony's body. Don runs away and Vic follows him. Don tries to message Callie but her phone falls. Just then Vic suddenly comes in front of his car. To save Vic, Don's turn his car and fall into the abyss and he dies. Vic comes home and Melinda is waiting for him. She was knowing everything but doesn't tell him. Then Melinda burns Tony's ID. And with this, movie ends. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you want to make sure you never miss a new upload, be sure to subscribe to the channel Mr. Explainer, turn on notifications and click the bell icon. You'll get a notification whenever I upload a new video like this.